All right, man. See, here's why I think we're the scary team going into the playoffs by far. I know the hype is crazy, but here's why. We're on a 10-game winning streak. We're getting some players coming back from injuries pretty much. Elijah Mitchell just returned against the Cardinals. Debo's returned. I mean, we got some other guys coming back. I think we're pretty much playing it safe with certain players, but we should get Aaron Banks back on the offensive line. As far as all that, we got Kevin Givens coming back. We got some guys back on the way, but here's where the narrative kind of makes it so interesting, okay? The interesting narrative is, can the 49ers get over the hump? We'll see about that. This is going to be an interesting wild card week on Saturday. The narrative is writing on the wall with the Niners. Can they actually beat the Seahawks for a third time? That's a question mark. Because last season, we had a chance to beat the Rams for a third time, and we failed on that part. So that is the narrative writing off the wall. Can we win a third time against our division opponent? We'll see about it. You know, the Seahawks are coming as expected. They're playing a lot better than expected. They are a young, promising team, and we shouldn't take them lightly. So this matchup alone can silence the doubters, because last year in the NFC Championship game against the Rams, we had a chance to beat them for a third time, and we didn't even capitalize it. The odds of winning against your opponent for a third time is rare. It hasn't happened since the Cowboys beat the Eagles in 2009. I mean, the last time that the Seahawks were beat 3 times were against the 2004 Rams, when the Seahawks actually were atop of the division, and they still lost to the Rams either way. But can it be a different type of history? We'll find out about it. There's always a new history in the making. Can the rookie Brock Purdy be the first ever rookie to start in the Super Bowl? It's never happened, but it's possible. You never know. This team is playing great on defense. There's some flaws here and there. The secondary could be a little suspect. The defensive line just has to step up to its plate, but it's been playing up to the expectation. The turnovers are coming consistently, so that's not a concern as far as the defense. But offensively, under Brock Purdy, this offense has scored over 32 points a game, which is a lot better than what we had with Jimmy Garoppolo. So the thing is, how are you going to stop this Niners offense when they average over 32 points a game? How you're going to be able to get past their defense when they allow less than 17 points a game? Pick your poison. You're pretty much in some deep trouble. Deebo Samuel hasn't got back to form yet, but in the playoffs you're going to see it. He's already shaking off the rust against the Cardinals. Elijah Mitchell, he's coming off an injury. He's averaging 10 yards a carry against the Cardinals defense. I would be scared. I mean, there's just a lot to be worried about. Besides Christian McCaffrey, you're going to have to deal with Elijah Mitchell. He plays bigger than his size. You have to worry about Brandon Ayuk as that number 1 receiver too. But then you got to deal with Juwan Jennings, a third down conversion guy. George Kittle is coming into his own. George Kittle is peaking late in the season. I would be worried if I got to cover George Kittle one-on-one or have somebody cover him deep in or whatever. I would hate to deal with that. Oh, Kyle Juszczyk? You serious? Brock Purdy is a rookie and he's playing like a veteran? That's scary. That's what's so scary about this Niners team. We're pretty loaded. We are so loaded that we're playing for something. I mean, good luck trying to cover our wide receivers, because Ayuk will burn you at times. Debo's just going to make you look foolish. Juwan Jennings is going to get you those big plays. And as far as all that, dude, Christian McCaffrey is kind of like a slot receiver at running back, bro. You got to pick your poison. That Niners defense, they're just here to knock your ass out. They're not going to give up the big runs at times. They're not going to try to give up the big plays. It's kind of like sometimes we might have the bend, don't break type defense, but most times, second half, forget about it. You ain't going to score no points after that shit. Good luck trying that, because first half, you may have your moments, but second half, it's closed. That Niners defense is going to shut you guys down. But as far as all that, man, that's the matchup that everybody is concerned about. Can we actually beat our division opponents 3 times? It's possible. The difference from last year is the Rams were pretty loaded. Seattle is a young team. You can say they were considered rebuilding at that point, but from a perspective, from what a fellow Seattle person has told me, because he's a Seahawks fan, he believes they're reloaded. So a reloaded team with a young roster is promising. They're leaning towards the right direction, but can they actually beat us? We'll see about it. It's any given week, but this can write down the narrative. This can silence the doubters because they are wondering if we can beat our division opponent 3 times. We'll see about it. We swept our division. We're 6-0. We can potentially make it 7-0. So we'll see about it. But as always, man, we gotta take it one game at a time. We can't overlook any opponents. So at the end of the day, the Niners have a good task to go with, But on the bright side, let's go Niners. Let's go!